All right. So this is going to be kind of just a brief overview of my home theater system as it exists. Some of the problems that I've had, and some of the things I've done to fix it, as well as maybe a little bit of an unboxing. Um, all right. So I guess we'll start with my setup with speakers wise. I have custom speakers. These are custom built. My father actually has been building speakers for years. So these are my rear channels. Currently, I'm running kind of like a 5.1, but you might call it a 5.2 setup with my system. So these are my rear channels. Um, Center channel, not exciting. I'm actually, thinking about building a center channel at some point myself, which leads me into my speakers that my front channels are that I custom built myself. They are unfinished but operational. They are dual T-line enclosures. Maybe you can kind of see the design on the outside with pencil. But they are dual T-line enclosures using Dayton Audio speakers. I can't remember the models of them now because it's been a few years since I actually built these speakers now. Um, but I do know that they're all Dayton Audios. I use the full range driver up top, silk dome tweeters, and then 8-inch woofers on the bottom. I'm debating on what I actually want to do to finish them. I was going to use focus, something like this, laminate to finish them. I think I really like this. I think that would look good on these speakers. Yeah. Any other suggestions that you may want to throw into the comments would be helpful. I originally started with trying to do a gloss finish. I took a test piece and I was going to paint a gloss finish on them, but I really just don't like the way it come out. I want it to look a little bit more professional. So those are the speakers as it exists right now. Yeah, I've recently done a little bit more research and going through. I spoke with another YouTuber, Joe Intel. He informed me about comb filtering. So I might be running into that issue with my tweeters like this. Although I don't know if I'm going to get a calibration mic to really find out if I'm having issues or not. But because they're so close together, they're virtually the same distance from my listening position when they're facing me. So I think I'm okay, although I'm still doing some research into that as well. I do plan on getting a calibrated microphone and running RU to do some corrections later on, which leads me into what I have driving my system. So currently I have an Onkyo TX RZ820. This was a great receiver, and I say was because it failed me. It had an issue with the DTS decoding chip inside of it, and now it intermittently plays sound. Sometimes it plays it, sometimes it doesn't, and it has gotten to where it does not play it more often than not. It's really left a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Onkyo. Now, I understand that Onkyo is part of Sound United now. If I'm not mistaken, I think that this receiver was built prior to the acquisition that Sound United made of Onkyo and the Pioneer products. So maybe the quality of Onkyo will get better going forward. Who knows? One can hope. But we do have a fix for that, which I'll get to in a minute. As you can see, I have my game systems here, NVIDIA Shield, Xbox One X, PS4 Pro. I recently put my power conditioner in here. You know, clean power is definitely a necessity when you're running this kind of expensive gear, and also just for better audio performance. And then down here I have an old Kenwood amplifier that I'm actually using as a powered amplifier because my speakers happen to be bi-amped. You can see back here, they are bi-amped. So I'm running two amplifiers to my front channels. One, the top section, or the mids and highs, is being ran by the receivers, and then the woofers are being ran by this Kenwood amp down here that I'm using as a power amplifier. That now I am planning on upgrading in the future. I'm thinking of getting a Marantz power amplifier, and there's a very good reason for why I chose Marantz as a power amplifier, and that is because in order to fix my Onkyo issue, I have ordered this, which is a Marantz SR7013. It just came in today, and I am super excited for this receiver. Now, I ordered it from Amazon, and this is technically an Amazon renewed product. I was a little skeptical. Now, I did already cut the tape. I opened it a little bit just because I got excited. I had to do it. But I was a little bit skeptical ordering a renewed product. I had never ordered a renewed product, but brand new, this receiver was like $2,200 on Amazon. I was not about that life. $2,200 was a little steep right now that I wanted to pay for a receiver. This one was $800 off. So it was $1,400 Amazon renewed. And it was like $57 for a 3-year insurance plan. $857. You do the math. I feel like this is a great deal. If by chance something is wrong with it and something does go bad, I have the insurance plan to fall back on. Yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. Now, when I received it, though, I noticed, I don't know if this is just part of the renewal process or what, but I was highly impressed because in the description it was saying Amazon renewed products may be missing accessories or come with generic accessories. This box was sealed like new when I got it. It was sealed like brand new. There's a minor ding over here in the corner, where it looks like something dropped it on the corner or something. But there's enough, foam inside to really protect the unit. I don't know if Amazon renewed means they completely repackage it like factory, or if, they have to end up sending out new units occasionally or something. I don't know. I believe I got it from Electronics Expo through Amazon, and on their website, they didn't even show they had any Marantz SR7013s in stock, but yet it was on Amazon. This looks like a new receiver to me. We're going to do an unboxing. I haven't opened it all the way up yet to see everything, but we're going to get into this box and see exactly what's in it so you can kind of see my experience with dealing with an Amazon renewed product. So let's jump in. All right. So, and this is going to be kind of difficult with one hand. I might have to pause the video briefly to get it out of the box, but we're going to try and do this one take. Yes, so all the accessories like new, wrapped in plastic. Remote, come on, focus. There we go. Like new, wrapped in plastic. Excellent. So we got that. Let's set it up here. Brand new set of batteries. I don't know if this is the batteries that comes with a brand new unit. I would assume so. I have heard issues with people getting AA batteries in Amazon renewed products. I'm just reading through the comments. These, I'm guessing, are what's for this particular remote. All the accessories in the bag. The color coordinated stickers for your speaker wires, the antennas, the Bluetooth antennas, everything seems to be in the bag. And it is a sealed bag at that. So, great so far. Marantz manual, I've heard these are lackluster, and the manuals used to be a lot thicker, but honestly, I'm savvy enough to go on the internet and find what I need. I think I already have the manuals downloaded on my phone anyway, so I can read through those if I need to. This is your tripod for your Odyssey mic. So that's in here, sealed up, of course. So I will be running Odyssey, but I also plan on getting a mini DSP or maybe the Dayton DSP. If anybody wants to kind of recommend which one I should go with in the comments, it'd be much appreciated. Maybe give me some talking points as to why one would be better than the other. But I'm really leaning towards mini DSP. So I'll be running room correction and also using it as a crossover for my front channels once I get that. My front, left and right. But power cable, I was a little disappointed that it does not have a ground on it. But that's okay, it's a beefy power cable. It'll work. We have our Odyssey microphone. Yes. Alright, now, this is the part where I might have to pause the video, so sit tight while I try and wrestle this out of the box. Okay, so we got that out of the box. We're going to unwrap it now and see. And I mean, again, this just looks brand new. This doesn't look like a renewed product to me. I don't know what the process is. I really don't. But to me, this just looks like something that's presented in a brand new way. I mean, look at this. It even has the stickers on the front of the unit. I don't see a single nick, ding, scratch, or anything. There's all the different certifications, by the way. So super excited for this. So IMAX Enhanced. Now, from what I've heard with IMAX Enhanced, it treats all of your speakers like they're supposed to be full range. Like they all have subwoofers attached to them, which is perfect for my setup because my rear channels have 12-inch subwoofers in them. And my front channels have dual 8-inch subwoofers in them. So I'm really excited to see what IMAX Enhanced is going to do. And you do see that it's 11.2 channels of processing. Yes, I do plan on expanding later on to an Atmos setup. So I am super excited for this. But this looks like a brand new unit. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this that I can see. You can kind of see the insides there. This is crazy. All right, let's just continue. Let's peel this tape off the front. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I'm right-handed, so maybe I should use my right hand to do this. All right. There we go. And this is one of the parts that I really liked about this receiver aesthetically. Again, this is the Marantz SR7013. But aesthetically, I really liked this part right here. It's really clean, but you flip down the door and you have your larger display that displays all your important information. When it's closed, this circular top display just displays like your volume and your source. That's pretty much it. And then you have your selection knob over here where you select your source and your volume knob over here. Ooh, those feel good. Those feel smooth, very tight. And then of course you have your power button here. And then you have all your other different buttons down here. Focus. There you go. So your pure direct, your dynamic EQ, your dynamic volume, MDAX. Then you have all your different modes there: movie, music, game, info, speaker A, B, HDMI out, dimmer, status, zone select, zone 2 on and off, the zone 3 on and off, setup, enter. You got a nice D-pad there. Select through menus. Then on the bottom you have your 3.5 inch, or 3.25 headphone jack, setup mic input, your USB, and then you have your front panel HDMI, which is 4K and HDCP 2.2 enabled. And then you have your old AV inputs, which if you're still using these, I don't know why. Now maybe you have like an old VCR or something, maybe, or maybe a really old game console, but I don't really plan on using those. So yeah, nice. Of course, this has HEOS, works with Alexa and Google Assistant. I don't feel like that's kind of pushed out enough. Now I don't know what all it's gonna do with Google Assistant. I just know it works with Google Assistant. I use Google Assistant in my house, so we'll be excited to see how that really works with this unit. And then AirPlay 2. And of course it has things like Spotify Connect and things like that built into this unit as well. All right, so let's see if we can't focus. All right, let's see if we can't flip it around to the back and get a view of the backside. It's like, this is a very, very robust receiver as far as inputs and outputs. So it does have 9 channels, 9 amplified channels on it. Let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But it can only, power 9 at a time, even though there's 11 back here. But what I do like is the fact that we have preamp outs for everything here. So, there again, I halter back to why I was going with a Marantz power amplifier later on. It's because I want it to match up to this unit. I think the pair of them together are beautiful. And they'll probably sound beautiful too, which is the ultimate goal. But you have your Bluetooth and network antennas up here. You have your digital audio inputs here. Your coaxial, 2 coaxial, 2 optical, your network Ethernet plug-in. You have your HDMI ports here, 7 on the back for inputs. You have 3 outputs, a zone 2, your main output, which this does support eARC, I believe. From what I've read and been told, it does support eARC. So that's what you plug your TV into. And then you have a monitor, which would be something like what you plug a projector or something like that into. You have 2 remote triggers, your 12 volt trigger switches. So you have 2 of those. If you go a model down below this one and you get the 70 or the 6013 or I think they have a 6014 now too. It only comes with 1 of these. So if you're running separates, you need to make sure that if you have the model below, that your separates have an in and output for the triggers, or else you're going to need 2, which this one has. You have your IR input, your RS232C port. You have your ground cable there, your FM antenna, your AM antenna input. All your audio inputs are here for analog. You have a phono input, so if you're looking to do a turntable, which I've considered doing a turntable. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do it, but it's nice to have that option. I like options. I don't like to be constricted in life. So when I get more options, that makes me happy. So this makes me happy because it's an option. Up here, You have your, looks like remote control ins and out. You have your video in assignable. So this is where you'll have your old analog video inputs here. Like I said, I don't know who's using this, but it's nice to have options. And like I said before, options make me happy. You have your component video inputs, which I may actually use those to plug in my old Xbox 360 over there, maybe, because it needs some love. I mean, I have an Xbox One X, but I have so many 360 games that I just don't play, and some of them are backwards compatible, some of them aren't, you know. So, but I digress. Let's go back. And then, of course, like I said, you have your zone 2, zone 3, and then your preamp outs with your subwoofer. Now, it does say subwoofer 1, subwoofer 2. I don't know if that means it has dedicated tuning or being able to set different distances for the separate subwoofers, but that would be awesome. I can only hope that it does. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video once I have everything set up, and I'll kind of reference whether or not this does have separate tuning for 2 different subwoofers. And then, of course, you have your power input. So, yeah, that's kind of like a quick walkthrough of my new receiver, as well as, you know, my current setup. We're going to say bye-bye, Onkyo. I might try and get a new replacement HDMI board if I can find one and see if I can fix it, because the DTS chip is located on that board. I tried a few different things to try and fix it. It was a temporary fix, didn't last for long. And now it's just to the point, I think it's currently working right now. I think the issues are kind of intermittent. Let's see. We can kind of test to see. And if you're wondering, yes, I do have 2 computers here. They are not currently hooked up, but they are my custom built gaming computers. Maybe I'll go and do a video about that later. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this one goes first. But we'll see if we can't play something and see if the speakers are currently working. Speakers when okay, so yeah, I think the Onkyo realizes that it's about to be replaced, and it's trying to give its last hurrah before it gets disconnected. But you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments. I will try to get to them. And if you want to see more content like this, more videos about me talking about my setup as I go through the process of learning more about hi-fi, because I realize that I'm still sort of a novice. I know enough to be dangerous. I can, you know, somewhat build a decent set of speakers, set some things up, you know, I wall mounted this TV myself, things like that. But I know I still have a lot to learn. So I will not claim that I am a professional by any means necessary, but I have fun with it, and I feel like that's the most important thing. Yeah, so if you want to know more, let me know. And until then, I will see you guys next time. Thanks.